Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 11. Yes, it's time for lore dump. It's time. We're going to go through every bit of knowledge that we have gathered so far to see if I can figure this game out, because I'm so confused. But I want to read through all this knowledge anyway. So what we'll try to do going forward is read them as we get them, so we don't have to do lore dumps like this. So we'll start off with the Greymanes, people. Primary unit, Cliff. A powerhouse of the Greymanes, he commands the absolute trust of his comrades through his cool and calculating judgment. Though his swordsmanship is considered the finest in Payloon, he suffered a crushing defeat at the hands of the Black Bear's schemes. After awakening from a mysterious vision, he now lives to see the Greymanes rebuilt. So that's our goal. We're aiming to rebuild the Greymanes, from what I gather. But we've got all this other stuff going on with Axiom and Abyss and Crow people and stuff. Unka, a powerhouse of the Greymanes, born of an orc tribe. He wields a massive axe with overwhelming skill in battle. Though taciturn and steadfast, he is Cliff's most trusted comrade in arms. So he's like my right-hand man. Then you get Yan, the loose cannon of the Greymanes, a reckless drunkard who leaves chaos in his wake and has a mouth so foul it starts a brawl at any tavern he steps into. But despite his flippant demeanour, he has earned recognition for his formidable skills. Then we have Naira, the sentinel of the Greymanes. So this is all the primary unit, so the main people, I take it. Her exceptional archery skills even enter the nickname Empress of the Bow. Having spent most of her life living in the forest, she is a master of survival. Her rough, blunt manner of speaking rivals even Yan's. Then we have Dwayne, a Greymane combatant. He is very skilled with the long sword and has a gentle, kind heart despite his blunt manner of speaking. He shows his merciless side when confronted with wrongdoers, and will take on tasks others shun with pleasure. We have Shane, a Greymane combatant, skilled archer with a bold and youthful spirit. He excels at boosting his comrades' morale. He holds Cliff in high regard and constantly strives to follow in his footsteps. We have Marius, an informant of the Greymanes. Known for his kind nature, he gets along well with everyone. He excels in both intelligence reconnaissance and combat. Andrew, a Greymane combatant, calm and dependable, he wields his axe with skill rivaling Unka's. His gentle and rational nature leads him to quietly rein in his comrades' rash impulses before they take hold. And that's all for the primary unit. Now we have melee combatants. We have Sylvan, a Greymane combatant. He romanticizes his life, saving both hardship and rest, and often jokes that working harder only makes his next break come sooner. So we have 11 more of them to get. We have 12 range combatants to get. 2 scouts, Joan. A Greymane scout, few in the Greymanes can rival her skill with dual axes. The moment battle erupts, she closes the distance in an instant and overwhelms her opponents in the blink of an eye. Giles? I think this is Giles, or Giles, I think. A Greymane scout, whenever combat broke out, he was the first to take the lead and shield his comrades from harm, even in his final moments. He loved nothing more than celebrating everyone's safe return from battle with a warm meal, despite his clumsy cooking. I think that's the guy that died, and everybody was mourning him at the very start of the game. And we got Ross, a combat provisioner. The Greymane Dispatch Coordinator. He is a seasoned member of the Greymanes, capable of bringing down a heavily armoured foe with nothing but a dagger. However, his remarkable memory for faces and names eventually led him to support his comrades from behind the lines rather than on the battlefield. Then we have 2 camp provisioners, Carl. The Greymane Provisions Keeper. Though his first encounter with his comrades involved him rummaging through their pouches uninvited, he was quickly recognised for his good nature and urged to join the fold. Blessed with a sharp memory and a quick mind for numbers, he rose to oversee the very supplies he once tried to steal. Then we have Ronnie, a Greymane cook. With outstanding skill, he takes full responsibility for the Greymane's meals. Everyone loves his varied dishes made from fresh ingredients, yet for some reason his meat soup always turns out tasteless, and even he finds it strange. And there we go. So people with firm beliefs. Now we have the Duchy of Hernand, which is the region where we're at, I think, at the minute. People in search of small hopes, so prominent residents. We've got Sebastian. This is the guy that nursed us back from health, if I remember, after finding us. So map maker of Wycliffe Mappery, after locking eyes with a white bird perched on his windowsill. Oh, I wonder who that was. He felt an inexplicable urge to go fishing at the Nash River. That very day, he discovered Cliff drifting down the river and nursed him back to health with great care. He later left Hernand to set out on his own adventure. Rulu P, a cat enthusiast with mysterious powers. He's impossible to miss, always dressed in bright, colourful outfits. He may look young, but no one's worked out his true age, leaving everyone to wonder who or what he really is. Curiosity keeps him roaming around different places, leaving small gifts, such as pendants, for those he deems kind-hearted, which is what happened to us. We helped him with the cat, he gave us a pendant. Yet to see what the pendant does. We have Lauren, Arlen's wife. She's always fed up with her husband and his constant attempts to slack off. This is the people we helped with the chimney. Even the neighbours pity her for having to put up with such a hopeless husband, though when they see Lauren laying into Arlen, they start to feel sorry for him instead. And then we have actual Arlen, Lauren's husband, always thinking of new ways to slack off, much to Lauren's frustration. Her nagging goes so far as Arlen has no intention of giving up his lazy, easygoing life. We have Alan Serkis, the Marquis of Hernand, and head of House Serkis. Widely respected for his devotion to the region's well-being, he now finds his land plagued by rampant bandits and unrest that threaten the peace. He is a close friend of Duke Charles Celeste, and the two share deep mutual trust. Here's Charles Celeste, Duke of Hernand, so Marquis Duke, and head of House Celeste, once the royal line of the Kingdom of Hernand, so you're its royalty. House Celeste was stripped of the crown and reduced to a ducal house after its defeat in the war against Demonis. Okay, so war, Demonis, Hernand. Charles, a descendant of that fallen dynasty, now rules with quiet benevolence. He cares deeply for his subjects, earning the people's respect through his dignified and graceful conduct. And we have Stephen Lanford, a Marquis of Calfade, so same level as Alan Serkis, of Marquis of Calfade, and head of House Lanford. He defends the western borderlands between Hernand and Payloon, and is ranked among the strongest in Pywell. Regarded as an ideal commander of exceptional leadership and strength, he is a longtime friend of Gian and maintains close ties with the Greymanes. Okay, so what about residents? Well, we don't have any, weirdly enough. We have 3 equipment vendors. We have Ternali, a blacksmith of Hernand, a master of fire and metal. He restores any weapon and armour he touches to mint condition. However, his grip is so powerful that the handles of his mallets wear out frequently, which has become a constant source of frustration for him. We have Tina, a tailor of Hernand, with mastery honed over years of running the shop. She satisfies customers with both traditional and modern styles. Recently, she pulled an all-nighter to perfect a single, specially ordered hat. And we have Rhett, an equipment vendor of Hernand. Blessed with talented hands from a young age, he became a master of ironwork, earning the moniker the Artist of Iron. He is constantly on the search for high-quality minerals to forge even better equipment. We've helped Ternali and Rhett out. We haven't helped Tina yet. Maybe we'll get a quest for her. We have 12 goods vendors. We have Haldwin, a manager of the Hernand Contribution Shop, serving under Duke Celeste. He records the achievements of those who have contributed to Hernand. Known for his meticulous nature, he has never once missed an entry or made a single mistake. Here we have Renee, a butcher of Hernand. She maintains good relations with nearby farm owners to secure high quality meat. She's a big fan of meat dishes herself, rarely touching eggs or fish. We have Delkin, a grocer of Hernand. He insists on using only fresh materials sourced from the fields and plains of Hernand. While his business has been expanding and turning a profit, he's currently in a bind, unable to secure enough containers to store grains. Sounds like a quest. And then we have Bran, a tanner of Hernand. He sells a variety of leathers tanned using ancient techniques. He keeps a spinning wheel received as a gift long ago in a corner of his shop and practices whenever he has a spare moment, but he doesn't seem to be making much progress. Annabella, a saddler of Hernand. She specializes in crafting sturdy horse tack to protect horses on the battlefield. She always listens to the conversations of Calphadian soldiers to learn what kind of gear they prefer. Then we have Bruna, another saddler of Hernand. Catering primarily to the Hernand villagers, she crafts horse tack with the comfort of both horse and rider in mind. Lately, she has been wondering if her saddles need a special decorative touch to truly stand out. I'm pretty sure we did quests for a few of these. Then we have Hillard, a fisherman at the Rod Bowl fishing dock. He greets visitors with unwavering kindness and a warm smile. When he first settled here, he was clumsy with the rod, but over time he learned bit by bit from those who came to fish, steadily honing his skills. We have Merton, a stable keeper of Hernand. Renowned for his exceptional riding skills, he once served as a courier for House Celeste in his younger days. Now retired, he manages the stables near Hernand Castle. We have Dahlia, a tavern keeper of Hernand. Her tavern is always bustling with travellers and free swords stopping to rest, but with so many coming and going, there are also those who try to skip out on the bill, which weighs heavily on her mind. We have Alden, a provisioner of Hernand. Easygoing by nature, he enjoys socialising with people more than the act of selling itself. He hopes to promote his shop further and attract more customers. We have Grover, the head of the Bank of Hernand. He has built up considerable personal fortune through steady saving since childhood, and his cautious, conservative nature avoids risk at all costs. As a bank head, he has seen countless people lose everything to reckless investments made in the hope of striking it rich. We have Theoric, a dyer of Hernand. He sticks to traditional dye-making methods, producing stable, consistent colours every time. Those standards are exacting though, and lately he has struggled to find the materials needed to achieve the hues he wants. Sounds like very much a quest. We also have alley vendors, which I'm going to guess is like illicit vendors. We have Grimrack, a back alley merchant of Hernand Farmhouse. His main customers are Hernand's common farmers, and he discreetly supplies certain items that would be mortifying if discovered. Of course, he also stocks useful goods for those with no interest in that side of his trade. And Edmund, a livestock fence of Hernand Farmhouse. No one can say for certain who he is, but one thing is clear, he is not a Hernand local. He appeared out of nowhere one day and began buying up livestock, and Edmund may not even be his real name. We have one priest, Alfred, a priest who oversees the confessional of the Hernand Church. With bandits, including the Bleed bandits, swarming Hernand, more people have started coming to his confessional. Watching even latecomers admit their sins and struggle back toward the right path, he refuses to let go of hope. And we have outlaws as well, which we've not found any. So that's the people in the Duchy of Hernand done. Now, we only have one here for people in the tribal state of Pylun. Jian. We've heard about this guy. Former leader of Pylun, he has earned the respect of nearly every citizen of Pylun through his kindness and exceptional leadership. He's kept close ties with the Greymanes to bring peace and prosperity to Pylun. Soon he became the target of a despicable conspiracy, leaving Cliff to feel the weight of his absence. That's that. Kingdom of Demonis. We only have one again. Damian Spencer. A member of the fallen house Spencer. After the destruction of her house and the erasure of her family records, she was left with nothing at a young age. She was then taken in by a sword master who taught her the arts of swordsmanship and honour. After the sudden disappearance of her mentor, she drew the attention of dangerous figures during her investigations and fled to Hernand to seek refuge. Okay, and the continent of Pywell. We have Lustin, one of the four beings maintaining the balance of the abyss, known to most in Pywell as the alchemist of Hernand Castle, so he lives like a double life. He actually is an ancient being of mysterious power. As the overseer of the abyss's Axiom Archive, he seeks out Cliff, whom he has long observed, to ask for his aid in restoring the balance between the abyss and the lands below. And we have White Crow. One of the four beings maintaining the balance of the abyss, she is a transcendent entity that has existed since ancient times alongside Alustin. Despite her tireless efforts, the balance of the abyss has begun to waver, and so she aids Cliff from the shadows in the hope of stabilising the abyss and the lands below. And we have Wandering Free Swords. Roam the land in search of contracts, new and often dangerous. Adventurers are never short in supply in Pywell. Anyone who can wield a weapon can find work almost anywhere, and in terms of adversity, skilled wanderers are welcomed. And that's it for people just now. The next one, factions, doesn't have as much. So we're going to go to Duchy of Hernand, the faded glory of a toppled kingdom. Core factions is the Greymanes, warriors who safeguard Payloon. People of diverse backgrounds and abilities have gathered as if by fate, taking on dangerous tasks others dare not accept. Though their foremost mission is to protect Pylon's peace, they extend a helping hand to anyone in need, and their renown now spreads across all of Pywell. House Celeste, the ducal house that governs Hernand. Distant descendants of the wandering knight Canta, they bear the heavy responsibility of defending the duchy and protecting its people. As multiple factions rise to threaten Hernand, they are now being tested to see whether they can truly uphold that duty. So they're the defence of Hernand, okay. House Circus, the marquee house of Hernand. Since the founding of Hernand, they have served as the right hand of House Celeste, managing internal affairs while Celeste focused on diplomacy. Amid relentless threats against Hernand, they devote themselves to safeguarding and reassuring its people. So it's like the police, kind of military police kind of thing. The Goldleaf Merchant Guild, the largest merchant guild in Hernand, run by goblins. Their influence stretches beyond Hernand across all of Pywell. If a deal is profitable, they prioritise gain over questions of right and wrong. Widely seen as the embodiment of goblin materialism, they are also rumoured to be rife with fierce internal power struggles. What about some other factions? We have House Roberts, the Count's House of Hernand. A long-established merchant family, they rank among the wealthiest in Hernand. They mingle with high-ranking nobles and figures in the arts, hosting lavish banquets. Yet due to a subtle rivalry with House Felix, invitations are never extended to that family. And House Felix, the Count's House of Hernand. Often overshadowed by House Roberts in wealth and scale, and by House Circus in reputation, they are seen as lagging behind other noble families. Nevertheless, through their cartography workshop and bookbinding house, they strive to lead a new intellectual movement within Hernand. And House Alfonso, the baronial house of Hernand, renowned as a prestigious lineage of spearmasters. They preserve a family manual said to compile techniques refined by successive heads of the house. As external threats against Hernand intensify, they now hold martial tournaments more frequently and actively sponsor those skilled at arms. And two hostile factions. Bleed Bandits, an armed faction that has plunged Hernand into fear. Their influence spread all across Hernand with alarming speed. A powerful and shadowy force supports their rapid rise, making their activities difficult to suppress. So they're like funded by something. They addict people to Dreamer's Bliss, a drug that induces harrowing nightmares and enslave them in the process. That reminds me of Far Cry. Far Cry 5? Far Cry... Oh, what was the one that was like the American one? Can't remember it. Southern Bandits. Bandits who threaten the southern reaches of Pywell. They mainly target merchants and travellers, ambushing and plundering them. They lack the notoriety of groups like the Bleed Bandits or the Fundamentalist Goblins, but they're a vicious rabble that further shakes Hernand's crumbling peace. And that is that. So now we have one faction for the tribal state of Paloon, which is a hostile one, the Black Bears. This is the people we were fighting at the beginning of the game, I believe. A faction led by the formidable Muirden. Once counted among Pyloon's strongest fighting forces alongside the Greymanes, they never came close to Greymane's character or valour. In the end, they cowardly murdered Gian, leader of Payloon, shattered the Greymanes, and brought back an age of violence and savagery. And continent of Paiwell, we have religious orders. So the Hernandian parish of Solomon. The Hernan parish of the Solomon order. Though Hernand and Demonis share an uneasy history, faith in Solomon serves as common ground between them, so they both have the same religion, okay? To prevent religion from being used as a political weapon, an independent Hernand parish was established, and the Demonis Cathedral tacitly permitted it, giving Dragon Age vibes with the two different chantries. So now territories in the Duchy of Hernand. House Celeste, Hernand Castle. So this is a House Celeste thing. The capital fortress of Hernand, its deep canyons and Nash River provide natural defences and access to water, making it ideal to be the duchy's capital. Fort Hellwood, located south of Senia, overlooking the town, it offers a panoramic view of the entire Grace domain. However, as it is neither on a border nor a strategic point, it has a lacklustre defence. Nothing there. 4 in House Grace. Glenbright Manor, the heart of Count Grace's estate. The manor serves as the administrative hub for the surrounding towns and frequently hosts events showcasing unique local crafts. Rumours persist of an ancient secret space hidden beneath the manor. Sunset Valley, a village at the southernmost area of Hernand. Formed by the sick and the poor, it lives independently, isolated from the outside world. Valua, a coastal village south of Hernand, famous for its abundant fish. The area is a well-known hotspot frequented by master anglers. However, frequent pirate attacks have left some residents living in fear. The Singing Catfish. I don't think we've been to these places. Oh, maybe it's because we had the bell and that revealed a large portion of the map. The Singing Catfish. The flagship of the pirate crew led by Sir Catfish. Built to withstand the roughest waves, this vessel was engineered to traverse the vast oceans of Paiwell. Through a legacy of ruthless looting and destruction, it has become a symbol of terror for coastal villages. House Circus, Oakenshield Manor. The manor of Marquis Circus, located in central Hernand, home to the Marquis Circus, Duke Celeste's right hand. It once served as the central facility of an oak farm, but is now used as a residence. Howling Hill, a hill overlooking all of Hernand. Wolves are rare now, but legends say they once gathered here every night to howl, driving away nearby bandits. Since they rarely attacked livestock or residents, it is said that people felt as if the wolves were actually protecting Hernand. Springtide Mill, a water mill south of Hernand. It is the primary production site for grain flour in the area. Its high operational efficiency makes it a vital distribution hub for merchants across the region. And Fort Anvil, a fort located within the Circus estate, built on high ground overlooking Hernand. It is constantly garrisoned by troops to keep watch over the surrounding area. House Roberts, Bluemont Manor, the manor where Count Leon Roberts resides. He frequently hosts lavish banquets and sponsors artists within his estate. Muckroot Ranch, a ranch established by the goat herd Ibano. It was built by reclaiming barren land that was once difficult to cultivate. Today it has become a ranch where goats roam freely. Bloomwood Ranch, a ranch where the Gold Leaf Merchant Guild's livestock are managed. It is a popular destination for livestock trading, and thanks to its high level of security, many even pay a fee to board their animals here. House Alfonso, Lioncrest Manor, a manor owned by Baron Adrian Alfonso. The Baron frequently hosts archery and swordsmanship tournaments here. The Equincher Saddlery, Ellery produces and sells saddles and various types of tack, bustles with travellers passing to and from the trading post. House Felix, Hillside Manor, a manor owned by Count Felix. As a highly trusted confidant of Duke Celeste, his manor is also located near Hernand Castle. The Wycliffe Mappery, a cartography workshop in Hernand. It once produced precise maps, but the owner has since vanished. Rodbell Fishing Dock, a fishing spot located at the Anvil riverside. Although it's only a small stream, It was established as a fishing spot because the fish bite so well. I don't know why some of them have 2 circles and some of them have 1 next to them. None of that. We have 1 Pororin, a village of Shais and Fadis, secluded from the outside world. In this village, where flowers are always blooming, the residents live in deep connection with nature, finding an immense joy in even the smallest of things. The Goldleaf Merchant Guild. Goldleaf Guild House, the headquarters of the Goldleaf merchants who use Hernand as their base. They exert influence over the entirety of Hernand's economy and society. While their trade prices are generous, breaching a contract carries a brutal penalty. Okay, 3 different Goldleaf trading posts. Trade hub where goods are from across the land are exchanged. Guild guards are stationed here to oversee the trade of various wares. Rumour has it that some offer bribes in hope of securing lower prices. Trading post located in northern Hernand serves as a hub for a secret trade of goods difficult to handle through official channels, such as rare medicinal herbs and imported accessories. In eastern Hernand, same thing, just eastern, okay. Nothing here, nothing here. 3 for the parish of Solomon. The Church of Hernand, a Solumena church in Hernand. It is a gathering place for priests dedicated to serving the region through charitable acts. The resident priests often share bread to the nearby hovels. Senia, a village built around a church perched atop a cliff. Tales of Saint Senia's miracles drew a constant stream of devout Solomon worshippers on pilgrimages. Over time, as the clergy began to take up residence, the settlement grew into a small village. And the ruined chapel, the ruins of the Church of Velua. This chapel was forgotten once a church was established within the village. It has since become a resting spot for herb-gathering woodsmen and passing travellers, though there have been some voices suggesting its renovation and restoration. Hernand Hovels, the communal training grounds, a sword hall in the hovels run by a strict master of swords. He cares for the local residents while teaching them the way of the blade. His pupils either depart as swordsmen or stay to achieve mastery, dedicated to preserving their teacher's legacy. And nothing there. We have 1 bandit camp. The Wild Raiders camp, an outpost of factionless bandits. While there is no disciplined commander, it is still a dangerous place. And that's that. My throat hurts. Next up, we're going for the Republic of Delicia. We only have 4, so Dewhaven territory. Wyvern's Cradle, the nest of Grenary, a wyvern that was known to be particularly shy and gentle. The Wyvern Flames had a rough time at first because it rarely interacted with its kind, let alone humans. The Forsaken Wyvern Nest, the nest of Vograf, a wyvern known for its savage nature. None dared approach its nest, even the Wyvern Flames spoke of Vograf in hushed tones, recalling the day it savagely attacked the wyvern tamers they had sent. So wyverns are a thing, and they have different personalities. The Desolate Wyvern Nest, the nest of Belmarak, a wyvern that had an odd penchant for heights, heedless of the rider climbing to its back, so they can be tamed. It would seize any chance to leap from cliffs. The tamers who were tasked with taming Belmarak claimed their lifespan shortened with each reckless plunge. And a Forgotten Wyvern Nest, the nest of Brakar, a wyvern that enjoyed hoarding shiny objects in its nest. The Wyvern Flame tamers used Brakar's habit to find hidden treasures, which often led to the unexpected discovery of valuable items. And that's all we have for Delician. Now we're on to creatures, which is probably the Gatherables. That's probably one of the biggest ones as well. So we're making progress. We're getting there. So terrestrial creatures, creatures of the land, cats and dogs, a Jindo, a dog breed renowned for its fierce loyalty and high intelligence. With a balanced build and high dexterity, this breed is a popular choice for a guard dog. It is highly valued for its strong protective instincts and the lifelong unwavering affection it shows to its master. They can be found throughout Pywell. A boarhound, Dog breed nicknamed the Gentle Giant. Despite its massive size, it is friendly, affectionate, and loyal to humans. Considered one of the largest breeds in Pywell and can be found throughout Pywell. The Broden Cat, most common cat breed in Pywell. Dominant species in Pywell, its coat colours and patterns may vary. The arrogant way it sits earned its the nickname Master of Pywell. Can be found throughout Pywell with the exception of Crimson Desert. And a floppy-eared bulldog. A dog breed that appears both powerful and gentle. It is a medium-sized dog with a short, broad muzzle and short but solid, muscular legs. Despite its intimidating appearance, it is affectionate and timid. Can be found in the south. Bovines and pig, we have none. Sheep and goats, we have none. Deer and reindeer, none. None. We have one. We have a rat. An animal that lives in symbiosis with humans. Hidden within the shadows, though small in size, it is remarkably clever, and its unexpectedly cute appearance makes it endearing. It is most commonly found in narrow, damp places like sewers and inhabits Hernand. A flightless bird. Partridge. A small bird that hops along the ground with its petite frame. It is characterised by a plump body with a mix of brown and grey feathers. Despite its small size, it lays dozens of eggs at a time. When it spots a predator, it feigns injury to lure them away from the nest. And a kiwi bird. A small bird that forages for food on the ground. It uses its long bill, which has nostrils at the tip, to probe deeply into holes and find its prey. The size of its egg is remarkably large compared to its body. And amphibians. We've actually maxed amphibians out. We've found them all. Salamander. An amphibian with incredible regenerative abilities. It has moist skin and long, slender tail. Even if body parts like its legs or tail are severed, they will grow back. Inhabits the Lycia. Burrowing salamander. An amphibian that spends most of its time underground. It tunnels through soil easily with its long, flexible body and powerful limbs, using acute tactile and olfactory senses to locate prey even in darkness. It relies on its moist skin for respiration, so it keeps its burrow consistently humid and inhabits the Lycia. I haven't been to the Lycia, have I? Because I've already got all these, I've found all these in Hernand, so it's not just the Lycia. A tree frog. An amphibian with a fondness for clinging to branches, highly adaptable, its sticky soles allow it to easily scale smooth surfaces, often utilises camouflage to hide within lush environments. Payloon and Hernand. A poison frog. Vividly coloured amphibian that leaves a strong impression. Its striking hues serve as a warning of its potent toxicity. Though small in size, its venom is so deadly that fewer predators dare to hunt the poison frog. Then we have a toad. An amphibian that prefers land over water. It looks similar to a frog, but is larger and has duller colours. Capable of sluggishly jumping or inflating its body to secrete toxins from its skin, using it to ward off predators. And a burrowing toad. So most of its time underground, true to its name, it digs burrows and lives within them. A feat made possible by its shovel-like, powerful hind legs and its solid, sturdy body. It emerges only to seek food or to breed in Hernand. And an axolotl. An amphibian with a bizarre appearance and remarkable regenerative abilities. It can adapt to various environments, though it requires clean water to survive. It possesses the extraordinary ability to regenerate its organs, including its legs and tail. I don't know how accurate that is, does it? And that's that. So now we're on to aerial creatures. Water birds. A coot. A water bird that swims skillfully among aquatic plants. It is characterised by a black body and a white bill, and its legs feature broad toes instead of webbing, allowing it to move more easily through the aquatic vegetation. Known for its aggressive temperament, it actively chases away other individuals during the breeding season. And a grey heron. A water bird that hunts slowly but deliberately. When hunting, it remains motionless for long periods, waiting for fish to draw near. However, the moment it attacks, it displays incredible reflexes and speed. And that's all we've got. There we have parrots in this game, raptors and birds. We have lots to find. We have creatures of the deep, aquatic creatures. We have a small gudgeon fish. A fish that anyone can catch with ease, tends to swim in groups. During spawning season, it attaches its eggs to aquatic plants. Highly adaptable, it can survive even in poor water conditions. A small rasbora. Anyone can catch this with ease, resembling a carp. It is distinguished by bone-like patterns that rise above its scales. These markings create an illusion of transparency when viewed from afar. A pond loach. Anyone can catch it with ease. It possesses robust health, allowing it to adapt and survive in various habitats. While it lacks strength, its slippery skin makes it difficult to catch with bare hands. And a bass. A fish that requires some practice to catch. It lays countless eggs. Adults are aggressive and have voracious appetites, posing a threat to the surrounding ecosystem. However, they are reportedly welcomed in villages where food is scarce. And tench. A fish that requires some practice. It is known for its sturdy, stocky build and bright green colour. Highly resilient and adaptable, it is said to be largely unaffected by water temperature. It scours the floor with its mouth in search of food. And we also have an aquatic creature, a freshwater clam, a creature that hides its body within a hard shell. It buries itself halfway in underwater sand or mud, filtering microscopic food to eat. Sensitive to changes in the environment, it prefers clean water. Its tough texture makes it a polarizing ingredient. And that's that. We have 33 chitinous creatures. Lots of these. These are all butterflies and stuff like that. We've caught a lot of them. I don't know if these are actual real insects and animals. I'm assuming so, but I don't actually know. So a Polydamas swallowtail butterfly, an elegantly dressed insect gliding gracefully in the air. Its wings are predominantly a dark black, with yellow patterns set like bands. Though it looks similar to swallowtail butterflies, it is characterised by the absence of tail-like protrusions. A buckeye butterfly, an elegantly dressed insect gliding gracefully in the air. A blend of reddish brown and orange bands mark its brown base with large distinct eye spots on the forewings. Relatively large eye spots are also visible on its hindwings. Right, I'm going to stop repeating things that everything has. Like, this has an elegantly dressed insect gliding gracefully. I'm going to stop repeating that. Its wings, a tiger mimic queen butterfly. Its wings feature a vivid orange base and thick black stripes stretch across the forewings. The tips of its forewings are tinged with black, with rows of white spots above them. And we have 7 forest butterflies. We have a banded peacock butterfly. Its wings predominantly have a dark brown base with a wide green band stretching across the forewings and hindwings. This green band shifts to blue depending on the angle of light and gives off some metallic luster. Short tail-like protrusions are found at the tips. An Ornithian swallowtail butterfly. The base of its wings is a bright, soft golden yellow, marked with bold black patterns running across them. Long, slender tail-like protrusions extend down from the tips of the hind wings. A spice bush swallowtail butterfly. An elegantly dressed insect. I said I would stop doing that. It features deep black wings that give off a blue sheen in the sunlight, with broad blue or turquoise spots spread across its hind wings. A crimson patch butterfly. It features wings with a black base and white spots are evenly arranged across the forewings. A broad, vivid crimson band runs horizontally across the centre of the upper hindwings. A blue-tailed butterfly. The dorsal side of the male's wings is a vivid blue with thin black borders along the edges. Females have a brown base with a slight blue tint. The hind wings feature orange spots and black dots. Rusty-tipped page butterfly. The dorsal side of the wings has a dark brown base with the tip of the forewings tinged with reddish brown, which is its most distinctive feature. In the centre of its forewings there is a thick white band running horizontally, which continues to the hind wings, crossing the entire wing. Little metalmark butterfly. An elegantly dressed... I said I would stop doing that. I keep on forgetting. The dorsal side of the wings features black spots spread evenly across an orange base. Thin, silvery white metallic lines run along the spots, shimmering when they catch the sunlight. And that's it for forest butterflies for now. Meadow butterflies. Red spotted purple butterfly. The dorsal side of the wings feature a black base with a strong blue metallic sheen, and small white spots rarely appear at the edges. A blue band runs evenly along the outer edge of the hindwings. A ruddy daggerwing butterfly. The dorsal side of the wings features a vivid orange background, with several black vertical stripes running along the forewings and hindwings. The hindwings have long pointed dagger-shaped tail bumps, and the edges are surrounded by a black border. A blue wing butterfly. The dorsal side of the wings features a black background and a black background and a broad blue stripe running across both the forewings and hindwings. White spots are scattered on the edges and tips of the forewings, contrasting with the inner side. An 88 butterfly. The upper side of the wings has a black background with clear blue and green patterns on its edges. The lower side of the forewings feature a pattern where red, black and white contrast with a double black line, creating a unique design. I actually think it's so cool that they've went to the effort of doing this, so I actually think it's good. I think it's actually like a little nod of respect to actually go through these and read these, because someone wrote all these, and it's, for people like me, I really enjoy reading about this stuff. So I know it might not be, it's definitely not everybody's thing, and you can skip this episode if you want, but I enjoy this stuff. The orange oakleaf butterfly. The dorsal side of its wings feature a deep navy blue base with a broad orange band running diagonally across the forewings. The ventral side of the wings bears a pattern resembling a dried leaf, with a thick line in the centre that looks like the main vein of a leaf. The sleepy scarlet butterfly. It features vivid orange wings edged with dark brown or black borders. The ventral side of the hind wings bears patterns resembling sleepy eyes, inspiring its name. White peacock butterfly. Its wings have a pale yellowish-white base with distinct patterns in the centre of both forewings and hindwings that transition from brown to yellow-brown. A dark brown, wavy band runs along the outer edges of the wings. Now we're on to moths. We only have two, well there's only three to find. A silkworm moth. A small insect fluttering in the night sky. Its soft wings are white or grey. During its pupal stage, it spins a cocoon that serves as the raw material for silk thread. As a larva, it feeds exclusively on mulberry leaves and has been domesticated by humans for centuries. Wild silkworm moth. It inhabits the mountains and is larger than a silkworm moth and often has distinct patterns or eye-shaped spots on its wings. Oftentimes it looks so much like a bird that there are hunters who shoot at it with bows. Bees and flies. We have a fruit fly. A type of fly found throughout Paiwell. Small and lightweight, it flits about with gentle wing beats. Easily drawn to the scent of food, it appears quickly and breeds at an incredible rate. Despite its short lifespan, it lays numerous eggs, rapidly increasing its population. Medium fly, a type of fly that searches for food with its plump body. It is larger than a common fruit fly, characterised by its agility and swift flight. Mostly active in warmer seasons, it has strong breeding power and quickly multiplies. Beetles. Rhinoceros beetle. An insect wearing armour like a knight, it is characterised by a wide and thick torso and a large horn on its head. The male's horn is used for fighting and courtship and is very strong. It lives by feeding on sap from trees. Its beautiful colour makes it useful as a material for dye. And just beetles. An insect that freely flies around in a tough armour. Its strong and durable exoskeleton makes it resistant to external impacts, allowing it to survive in various environments. Its size, colour and shape vary greatly, and even living in slightly different places can lead to changes in appearances. A longhorn beetle. An insect that kills trees by drying them out. It is characterised by antennae that are longer than its body. As an adult, it gnaws on trees to feed on the sap inside, and as a larva, it lives by burrowing into the wood. Its vibrant colour also makes it a popular source of dye. And a jewel beetle. An insect that is like a living piece of art, known for its metallic, shimmering body. Its colours, green, blue, gold and more, shift depending on the angle of the light. Thanks to its striking appearance, it is popular as an ornament or collectible. And arthropods. A spider. A creature with 8 legs is an arthropod that mainly lives by making a unique structure called a spider web. The spiderweb is very sticky and tough, allowing it to effectively capture prey, and some species have venom. In Pai Whale, there are spiders as large as humans, so be especially careful. That's great to know, thanks. And a centipede. A creature that moves quickly with many legs, an arthropod with an elongated multi-segmented body covered in numerous legs. If its legs are broken or cut off, they regenerate quickly. It has venom that is deadly to small animals. And a house centipede. A creature that hunts insects with mild venom, an arthropod with a slender body and several pairs of long extended legs. It mainly inhabits damp, shaded areas and quickly hunts down and eats small insects or pests. Highly agile and fast, it can move instantly. And we have 5 other that we have found. Grasshopper. An insect that can leap great distances with its powerful hind legs. It may seem insignificant, but at times it can become a serious nuisance. When food is scarce, it moves in swarms, causing heavy damage to crops. Normally, they're content to feed on roadside grass. A camel cricket. A slender-bodied insect that lives in damp places. Its body is brown to yellow-brown. It mainly lives under fallen leaves or stones, feeding on decaying plants and helping with nature's cycle. It doesn't cause harm, but its appearance makes people uncomfortable and avoid it. A dragonfly. An insect that prowls along the water's edge, hunting flying bugs. It has large compound eyes, a long slender body, and 2 pairs of transparent wings. It can hover in midair, quickly change direction, and catch small insects. And a cockroach. An insect that has thrived alongside humans for countless years, has a flat, broad body, long antennae, and sturdy legs. With remarkable adaptability, it multiplies in a wide range of environments, favouring damp, dark places, and can swiftly slip into even the smallest of gaps. Ooh, that was a lot. And we've already done Choppy. We've done that. Now, bosses in Peilun. Mjordan. Leader of the Black Bears, there are many rumours about his origins and bloodline, but nothing is known for certain. He holds a single conviction: only the powerful deserve everything. Using cowardly tricks, he broke the Greymanes apart, making himself known with fear for his brutality and cruelty. That's that. There's many bosses to go, it looks like. We only have 8% of knowledge. There's 2,972. Oh my god. Anyway, companions. Horses. Herspia. A highly sensitive horse breed, adept at observing its surroundings. It is easily startled by small changes in its surroundings, but is loyal and quick, regains its composure when its master is near, following commands well. And now we're on to the adventure part. So, Pai Whale. A land of adventure brimming with untold tales, from the rugged spirit of Peilun to the searing winds of the Crimson Desert, from the fertile plains of Diminis to the scientific foundations of Delegia, and the tranquil majesty of Hernand. The vast territories of Pai Whale beckon for exploration. In Hernand itself, the meandering hills, the hilly terrain surrounding Hernand Castle. As the heart of Hernand, the urban district tears down from the castle, featuring a bustling shop district and market. Further out, farms and ranches spread across the gentle plains, providing the city's provisions and essential supplies. 3 Saints Falls. A massive waterfall located near Hernand Castle, also known as Solomon Falls. It is a mandatory stop for pilgrims visiting Hernand. Legend has it that 3 saints, answering Solomon's call, poured water down the mountain to create this waterfall. Raucous Hill. A hill located in the heart of Hernand. According to rumours, a member of the local elite once attempted to establish a massive farm here, but the project was abandoned due to the rugged terrain and excessive rock. It is currently being utilised as a quarry by Count Roberts. The Nash River, a great river running through the Hernandian territory. The Nash River is the lifeblood of the land, providing drinking water and irrigation for its people. Its abundant supply of fish also makes it a hub of bustling fishing activity. Anvil Hill. Another hill situated across the river from Raucous Hill. A fort sits atop its peak, where the constant shouts of soldiers and the crack of gunfire, there's guns in this game, echo from the training grounds. As it is also a habitat for stoneback crabs, one must be cautious upon discovery of any deep holes. Anvil Riverside, a riverside area formed along the river flowing near Anvil Hill. The water winds around the rocks, creating gentle ripples and a majestic view. It is a popular spot that draws a constant stream of visitors looking to enjoy fishing and rest. The Anvil Basin, a spring that originates from Anvil Hill and flows into the Nash River. Clear, cold waters bubble up continuously, breathing life into the surrounding ecosystem, a source of pure, natural refreshment. Oh, I'm starting to feel it now. That's been like 50 minutes of talking. I'm starting to feel it a little bit. Anvil Riverside Terrace. Riverside zone near Anvil Hill. Over countless years, the river has carved sheer cliffs and flatlands, merging them into a distinctive terrain known for its breathtaking scenery. The Hills of No Return, a hilly region located northeast of Hernant. Broadly speaking, it encompasses the entire area surrounding the Arborea Forest and faces Deminice across the Den River. As the final landmark for those heading to the battlefield, it is often called the place where those who never return are bid farewell. And we have none in the other areas, which is good. We have one hidden space, ritual sites, Hernan Sewers. An altar found by following the path down into the Hernan Sewers. While it appears to be a sacred site for enshrining something of great importance, the blood splattered across the floor suggests a more sinister reality. Should curiosity drive you to investigate, you may find yourself entangled in grave trouble. Spires. What are these? Spire of Insight. A spire located in the Steel Mountains. It holds not gold or jewels you can grasp, but a trove of knowledge whose value never fades with time. Its creator intended for this wisdom to be shared by many, yet it is said that sadly few truly understand the importance of intellect. Sanctums. Sanctum of Temperance, a place said to be imbued with spiritual power. It is known to be created by someone in the past to restore the world and its providence, yet its power is so great that Antumbra revere it as a sacred ground. The third edict declares, practice the virtue of temperance to reach the void through eternal silence. Yield not to even the strongest temptation. Sanctum of Penitence, a place is known to be created by someone in the past, blah 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 blah. Even the Antumbra revere it. The seventh edict declares, should the thought of abandoning your faith arise, be penitent and purify your heart. Okay, so I don't really understand a lot of this. Witch hideouts. Shadow's Whisper Cave. A cave found within a crevice beneath the Three Saints Falls. Some say it is merely the sound of wind, others claim it is the cry of wild beasts, but most believe it is the voice of a dark presence calling out from within. Because of the eerie whispering echoes, rumours persist that a witch dwells there. I don't know how many of these we've actually been to, and how many we just found from ringing the bell. The Greymane Shrines, Nash River Shrine, a shrine where the Greymanes exchange information, located along the Nash River in central Hernand. This ordinary looking shrine, easily overlooked by passersby, was apparently once used by the Greymanes to relay information, but its purpose is now unclear. The Abyss, which is a place I don't get. The Axiom Archive, the abyss that records the principles of all things and contains the truth of the world. Only when light converges will you be granted the right to reach it. Ethereal Pathway, the abyss that only those who step forward with faith may cross. The true path has no form, but still stands firm before faith. Corridor of the Void, the abyss, the source of adventure where destiny unfolds. Those who are certain of where their path leads and are ready to accept fate move forward. And that's that. Now we have gatherables, which I'm not looking forward to because there are quite a lot of them. Is there even more? There's just probably about the same as the freaking animals. Okay, here we go. Meats and grains. Tough meat. Rich in muscle fibre, this meat provides a satisfying chew, though its toughness requires patience to draw out full flavour. A decent option for starving off hunger in a pinch can be purchased at a butchery or obtained by skinning large animals. Lean meat. Light and clean flavour with very little fat, tastes great simply grilled, but spices elevate its delicate aroma. Can be purchased at a butchery or obtained by skinning small animals. Fine meat. Generous cut, ideal for preparing a hearty feast. Tenderness and rich flavour in every large piece, obtained by skinning medium-sized animals. Tender meat, that offers a delicate texture and juicy finish that melts in your mouth, complements any special occasion or grand feast, obtained by skinning cows. Marbled meat, savoury aroma, rich flavour through balanced fat, intense flavours as juices and oils blend during grilling, skinning pigs. Lean bird meat, meat with very little fat, maintains its clean and lean flavour even after grilled, skinning small and medium-sized birds. And then actual bird meat, tender texture, mild meaty aroma, pairs well with any dish, skinning large birds, and a fish fillet. Clean and delicate flavour with a tender texture, pairs well with various dishes due to its subtle aroma, cleaning fish. Okay. Grains, lentils. Features plump and rounded kernels in various colours, thrives under the hot sun with a nutty and mild flavour. Fernand. Barley. Grows quickly and stays resilient during poor harvests, serves as a long-standing staple for farmers during winter, provides strength through times of hunger. Oats. Fine golden grains rich in protein and fibre. Hardy, cold-resistant crop is a staple for nutritious meals in the popular horse feed. Wheat. Comes in sacks full of thick and golden grains, pairs perfectly with any dish, making it a vital food source. Corn. Packs golden kernels tightly inside long shells, perfect snack when boiled or roasted, excellent horse feed. So you can feed your horse as well, I never know that. Okay, vegetables. Turnip. Vivid red bulb with strong sweetness and subtle earthy aroma. Offers a crisp and gentle flavour, perfect for a light snack. Beetroot. Features smooth skin and a vivid red hue, sweeter profile than a turnip with a pleasant aroma. A potato. Rich, earthy aroma and fluffy texture is a vital staple. Versatile ingredient for many recipes. A sweet potato. Soft texture and sweet aroma when roasted or boiled, natural sweetness from deep beneath the earth, simple and easy snack. A pumpkin. Round and thick rind with deep orange flesh, with its sweet flavour and excellent storability, long been a favourite among the farmers of Powell. And a cabbage. Round and layered green leaves with a crisp bite and a subtle sweetness, becomes soft and flavourful when cooked. Carrot. Long and smooth orange root with a crisp texture, that has a subtle sweetness when eaten, soft soil needed for growth. Okay, now fruits. Raspberry. Small, fuzzy, pinkish beads that burst with juice when pressed. Blackberry. Glossy clusters of deep purple fruit, rich in juice with a refreshing tartness and subtle sweetness. Widely used in cooking. And blueberry. Small, glossy blue fruit filled with a balanced blend of sweet and tart juice. And apple. Satisfying crunch and tangy sweet within a glossy and red skin. Bright acidity makes it a versatile cooking ingredient, cultivated all across Powell. And orange. Refreshing sweet tart scent beneath its smooth, springy orange skin. Brown with crisp and bright juice. And an acorn. Small, glossy brown fruit with a hard shell. Is it a fruit? Is it? Is an acorn a fruit? No. I'm sorry. No. Fact checking. Ah, you're kidding. An acorn is botanically classed as a fruit. Huh. It's a nut. Well, apparently it's a nut, but it's also a... It's both a fruit and a nut. Who knew? Not me. Sometimes ground into powder for use in cooking. Can't believe that. Yeah, okay, so mushrooms and herbs. We have 5 medicinal herbs. Marigold. Natural repellent within its roots, sap and blossoms that drive off pests and insects. Shrubby sophora. An intensely bitter, twisted root, prized as a medicinal herb, widely used to treat indigestion and neuralgia. Peony, deciduous broadleaf shrub from the peony family, famed for producing up to 100 buds on a single plant. Its bold, eye-catching blooms brighten up gardens and is also valued as a medicinal herb. Lavender awakens spirit past its maximum limit when consumed. One of the signature plants among herbs, at the tip of its long stalk hangs a small oval purple bud, its soft sweet fragrance carried by the wind. And white lavender. One of the signature plants among herbs, the pristine white bud stirs a sense of clarity, and its gentle fragrance calms the heart. Minerals. We have stone with a rough grey surface, sturdy and resistant to weathering. It is used for basic construction and simple defensive structures, also very easy to process. We have iron ore, a silvery grey metal ore, tough yet easy to process. It's widely used on weapons, nails and basic components. It's the most common refinement material, and you'll often spot them in exposed seams along cliff faces and near quarries. Copper ore, with excellent ductility and malleability. This game is really using the thesaurus, isn't it? It conducts heat and electricity well, and the extracted copper is used for various purposes, such as machinery, tableware, and jewellery. And azurite, a bluish ore known as azurite or blue gemstone, beloved by nobles for its sea-like hue. A tradition holds that it helps bind the body and mind. That's all we've really got there. Crafting materials, here we go, artifact. So a mystical artifact concealing its true power. Some see it as nothing more than a fallen stone from the sky, while others view it as a beautiful treasure. Those aware of its grand potential seek to possess it to fuel their greed, yet those who truly comprehend its worth are rare. Ingredients. Salt. Draws out the hidden flavours of dishes with its strong flavour. Remains an essential staple more valuable than gold for survival. And sugar. Spreads a rich sweetness as it melts smoothly in the mouth. Deepens the flavour of any dish as a mouth-watering ingredient. Water, clear and transparent, embodying nature's purity. It flows through mountains and fields, nurturing life and quenching people's thirst throughout their day. I'm going to need a lot of it after this episode. Cooking oil lends a rich sheen and deep flavour to grilled or fried dishes. Symbolises wealth for those who can afford to use it generously. An egg, laid by a hen holding yolk and egg white within a thin shell, has a rich, smooth flavour. Milk delivers a rich and nutty aroma that lingers with warmth, provides essential daily nutrition as a gift from nature. Cheese, a fermented dairy product ranging from soft and chewy to hard. Aroma and flavour vary significantly based on the aging process. A beehive, filled with honey and soft beeswax. This hexagonal honeycomb is intensely sweet when chewed, a favourite among hunters and gatherers. Wild rock honey provides a sweet, precious sweetness with a rich floral fragrance and grassy scent. Requires crossing treacherous mountain paths to harvest from rock crevices. Timber. We have timber, a basic material widely used in processing and crafting. Strength and texture vary depending on the type of wood and the timing of logging, and it can serve many purposes in the hands of an artisan. We also have fine timber, high quality timber obtained from a rare tree species with excellent durability and grain. It's used for fine furniture or artisan weapon crafting, and its precise cutting and drying minimise warping, obtained through logging with an axe. Right, so you can break down a tree without an axe and still get timber. That's good to know. Leather. Thin hide. Soft, flexible and thin hide used for light armour and decorations. Breathable and easy to dye but provides little protection. Skinning small mammals. A thick hide. Exceptional strength and durability, perfect for heavy armour and equipment, offering excellent impact protection. Over time it softens and moulds to the wearer's body. Skinning giant mammals. A sturdy hide. Special leather strengthens through a stiffening process. As tough as plate, yet still somewhat flexible, provides high protection for armour. It's sometimes reinforced with bone or metal, skinning giant reptiles. Short hair hide, with short fur remaining on the surface, it offers a soft feel and gentle warmth, making it ideal for clothing decoration, linings, and wrapping handles. Will also be easy to work with, skinning animals such as cows, deer, and sheep. We also have bone, small and light animal bone because it's easy to work with, widely used to craft accessories, tool parts, and decorations. Depending on its form, it allows for the creation of intricate and finely detailed goods. Carcasses of wolves, deer, and goats. A large bone is obtained from large animals, used as an enhancement material for weapons and armour, or in crafting items. Tough and durable, retaining its shape for a long time, even after being cut. Valuable on its own. Carcasses of boar, bears, and other animals. We have fur, we have feather. A light and flexible feather obtained from bird plumage, because it tends to flow with the current of air, it has become a popular ornament symbolising flight and freedom. Avian animals. Common materials. Gunpowder. Explosive powder that changed the battlefield. When ignited, it burns rapidly and expands, generating propulsion and destruction. It is sensitive to moisture and must be kept in a sealed location, handled with extreme care. An empty bottle. Basic container used for crafting and mixing, used to hold liquids and powdered materials, comes in a variety of materials such as glass, metal, and ceramic. Easy to clean and reuse, make it convenient for storage. And a cogwheel, a mechanical component with teeth arranged along a circular rim. Designed to transmit rotation and adjust speed, its precision reduces vibration and error, greatly boosting the device's efficiency. It serves as a core part for sustaining mechanical lifeforms and is most commonly obtained from machines. Special materials. Holy water. Traditionally regarded as sacred, pure water used in rituals, prayers, and blessings, and said to be sprinkled around homes or sanctuaries to drive away evil spirits and cleanse energy. And breathe. Okay, we're getting there. Collectibles. Crafted ornaments. Kinetic arts. An artwork where movement and balance exist in harmony. Structures crafted from various materials move, creating scenes where light and shadow merge together. This sculptural artwork allows the viewer to feel vitality within the space itself. And a doll. An artwork crafted with love that serves as a small companion. Its simple yet beautiful attire carries the warm sentiment of its creator. This evocative piece inspires a sense of timeless friendship through its silent, steadfast presence. Natural ornaments. A flower basket. A natural work of art that refreshes the soul just by looking at it. It may not hold the immense value of other artworks, but the beauty of those carefully selected flowers warms the heart of any observer. And a flower pot. A natural work of art that delivers the fragrance and liveliness of nature in a small space. Green leaves and colourful blossoms blend together to add freshness and warmth to daily life. Its modest charm calms the mind of anyone who beholds it. Lights. A candle, source of light that illuminates the dark with its gentle flickering flame, provides tranquility of the mind, and the modest yet steady light lingers long in one's mind, making small moments memorable. And a lamp. A source of light that softly brightens the darkness, filling the space with warmth. Glass, metal, gemstones, or other materials catch the light, scattering it gently, conveying both calm and warmth. The sensual and serene light immerses one in a deep atmosphere. And box. Just box. A chest built with a sturdy and secure structure to store its contents, used to hold various objects according to the user's needs and tastes. Though the exterior may be rugged, it is up to the finder to discover the value held within. And junk. Objects that stir curiosity. Each collectible carries its own story. Varied in shape and material, these assorted trinkets are kept with the thought that they may one day prove useful. And containers. Ceramic containers. A ceramic container carefully crafted by an artisan. A water bottle commonly found in public spaces like taverns. Since it is made of clay, it is lightweight but easily broken. A ceramic jar. Carefully crafted by an artisan, storing grains and similar goods, and ideal for keeping large quantities for extended periods. Ceramic bowl. hold various things within, but must be handled with care as it is fragile. I do have to question some of the need of including some of this, and no offence. Not just because my throat is dying. Metal water bottle. Meticulously crafted by an artisan, it uses scoop water. Thanks to its sturdy construction, it is highly durable and built to last. Metalware, ideal for savouring drinks. The cup is primarily used at banquets or rituals. Subtle sheen stands out, but its weight makes it inconvenient to carry. And the metal bowl. Smooth, stable curves make it perfect for displaying fruit or adding a classic touch to the dining table. We have a wooden container, wooden jar, carved with much love, crafted from common wood. Lightweight design makes it effortless for anyone to carry around. Hold a wooden mug, holds deep meaning despite its material value, commonly found as a part of daily lives. Wooden plate, commonly found in everyday households, its thin design makes it unsuitable for holding heavy items. Okay, not got anything there. And we're on to crafting manuals, and this is the last one. So we're on to, yeah, okay, so wine. Crushed fruit juiced, mixed with sugar and salt, and aged in bottles. Flavour depends on the fruit and the method of aging, and its affordability makes it a popular choice. So we can make this with fruit, sugar, and water. Grilled cooking, grilled vegetables that have been cut into small pieces and grilled over a fire. The smoky aroma enhances their natural sweetness, making it a light and refreshing dish to enjoy. Grilled fruit. Sweet fruit cooked slowly over a low fire. The concentrated sweetness and soft texture make it perfect as a dessert. Pardon me, my throat is actually dying on me. Or a side for meat. Toasted grains. Roast grains over the fire to enhance their nutty aroma. Crispy on the outside with a subtle sweetness inside for a satisfying crunch. Grilled meat. I'm determined to do this. The thick cut of meat is grilled over a flame until it's golden on the outside and juicy on the inside. The smoky aroma enhances its rich flavour, making it a convenient and satisfying protein-packed meal. Small grilled fish. A small tender fish that has been cleaned and grilled whole. Thin flesh cooks quickly, making it easy to debone and perfect for a light meal. A grilled fish. Dish with firm, fatty fish, expertly prepared and grilled to perfection. It is crispy on the outside and tender on the inside, releasing a subtle, savoury aroma. Large grilled fish. A dish made by slow roasting thick, generous cuts of large fish. Precise heat control is essential, and its hearty flavour makes it a popular choice at feasts. A smoked egg. A hearty dish made by roasting the whole egg still in its shell over an open fire or in an oven. Its savoury aroma makes it a perfect snack or quick meal replacement. Grilled bird meat. Whole roasted bird prepared to perfection. The skin is crisp while the meat remains succulent, with added herbs providing a deep savoury aroma. Grilled pincers. Crustacean claws have been grilled over an open flame. There is a simple joy in picking out the sweet, savoury meat from the shell, and it carries a rich, briny aroma. Grilled seafood. A dish of grilled seafood, the smoky aroma and briny essence of the sea combined to whet the appetite, finished with only a light seasoning. Field grill cooking. Salt roasted fish. Salt seasoned fish roasted over an open flame for a simple hearty meal. A light savoury dish that quickly satisfies hunger and pairs well with any sauce or spice. Braised fish. Fish slowly simmered with other ingredients over low heat. This meat is tender and the seasoning is well absorbed, making it an excellent side dish for rice. Pickled vegetables. Vegetables soaked in a mixture of salted fruit water to preserve their crispness. As time passes, the taste and aroma deepens, making it a staple side dish. Battered meat and fish. Various ingredients lightly coated in egg and pan fried to perfection. Its vibrant colours and rich flavours make it a centrepiece for any feast. And chewy rice cakes. Rice cakes made by pounding steamed grains to create a delightfully chewy texture. A popular snack with nutty aroma, intensified the longer they are chewed. And field pot cooking. Fish porridge. A porridge made by simmering tenderly cooked fish and finely mashed grains. Its mild flavour soothes the stomach, making it an excellent source of nutrients. Meat and vegetable porridge. A porridge that blends the savoury richness of meat with the natural sweetness of vegetables. It goes down smoothly, serving as a meal that revitalises a weary body. And fishball soup. A soup made by simmering tender fish balls of crushed fish fillet in a clear, savoury broth. Its subtle sweet flavour makes it a light and pleasant meal. Special grill cooking, pan-fried rice cakes. Chewy rice cakes, stir-fried with meat and vegetables in a sweet glaze. The subtle sweetness and mild flavours make it a light yet satisfying meal. And that is it for that. Alchemy. We have Hayden's Lesser Elixir. Doesn't really say much. It boosts confidence for a period of time and banishes all sense of fear. Tools. We have an arrow. A weapon used to hit targets from a distance during hunting or war. We don't have any life skill tools, really. I thought we'd pick them up. Equipment. We have One-Handed Weapons of the World, Volume 1. Okay, doesn't actually tell much more than that. And we also have Cloth Armors of the World, Volume 1. And we also have Dark Red Dye, commonly used in Hernandian territory. Oliver the Dyer will be able to recreate this colour perfectly, and we are done. I just read 265 freaking entries to this. And my throat is going to die, so we're going to end the episode here because I'm going to die. In all seriousness, thanks for being here. I know this wasn't... probably no one watched this, and I don't really blame you. But yeah, from now on, I'm never doing this again. So from now on, we're going to read them as we frickin' get them. See you next time. Take care.